Welcome, everyone, to a new edition of Carroll Worldwide. We've got a packed docket today. Actually, no Judge Dennis on the docket, but we have something even better, the mayor. The mayor is here because he has thrown down a challenge to food everywhere, and he is going to tell us locally what's going on. So, Mayor Joe, what should we call you?
Your Honor.
Mayor Joe,
Your Excellence.
The Honorable Mayor Dominic works. Joe works.
Well, your hand is right here.
Third of his name.
My mother still calls me Joey. Whatever.
Randy Goldstein, first of his name, hand of the mayor, is here. He brought his master over, and just tell us how did this start? How did we rope you into
Hand
this?
and master. I don't like these words.
These are your words.
Like everything else I get roped into, Randy is spotting me at the gym, and in a vulnerable moment, he gets me to commit to something.
Oh, is that how you do it? Okay.
Okay. All right. And so you...
And I video him, too.
Is that just for personal use, or is that for...
No, not at the gym. Were we talking about the gym?
So you guys have an extra special relationship.
That's where the hand comes from. Whoops.
Right. Uh-huh. That's right. So, Joe, you've been on a quest to find the perfect nachos.
I've been on a quest to find the perfect a lot of things my whole life. All food. So burgers, wings, nachos. Nachos are the newest, the most recent quest. So I have purposefully ordered nachos everywhere that I can when I've gone out. And I want to thank you for that because it wasn't necessarily an appetizer that I was inclined to get. If I was in a group and someone wanted nachos, I'd have nachos, but I would never just order them.
As a meal. You entreed that appetizer.
Well, no, I never entree. I can entree appetizers. I decided I was going to prioritize nachos on my list of appetizers, and I have some, I think some shocking results.
Shocking results. Okay, so before I get to the results.
I don't think they're shocking at all.
Well, you don't know everything.
Did you just say that?
I beg to differ. I know more than all three of you put together. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's just a gender thing, though.
Maybe.
So the nachos. All right. So you did not make them your entree. You ordered them, and then you would just eat them and an entree, so that you were not focusing on getting full. You're focused on the flavor and the crunch. And what were the good traits?
Yeah, it was a journey. And the good traits about nachos is that everyone makes their nachos differently. So I can say that if you're going around and trying wings everywhere, like I've tended to do over the past decades, some wings are different. A lot of them are similar. Nachos, there's a million ways to make nachos. And there are different ways to grade nachos. Quantity is certainly, relevant. And and I have like one winner and then like 5 honorable mentions basically because they were all really good.
And so how many different nachos have you tried on this chaotic quest for the perfect nacho?
So I don't know. So I think probably 6 or 7.
That's still quite a lot of nachos.
Figure it out, but yeah, we'll work through that during the episode as I start to tell you about them. We'll figure the exact number out. But yeah, and that's not including the nachos I make at home with Doritos and melted American cheese in the microwave.
Oh my God.
That's just for funsies. Like that's not part of. Are you going to rank them versus everything else? Your home.
I don't think that would be fair to everything else.
No, not especially not that quality. Is it Velveeta?
I can't win my own contest, so
it's all a long con to win your own contest.
This whole thing's been all about that.
just to toot your own Doritos horn.
I've thrown order after order of nachos in the trash just to say that I bought them, so I could rank my nachos.
Yeah, because we're going to audit this. We're going to make sure. So okay. What about, do you guys have any other questions? Because I enjoy the amount of thought this has been given.
Questions about the nacho thing?
Yeah, because I'm interested in the journey as much as the destination.
So what was your number one criteria then?
Yeah.
Your Honor, was it quantity or
that
was
would be
it
a terrible number one? That'd be great.
quality?
So
I bought a bag
because
of Tostitos.
I feel like quantity is good if you're, drunk. And you need to soak up all the alcohol, but quality is really what you're after, right? The taste, the texture.
The real winner, and I knew this in my heart from the beginning, would be one where I didn't have to choose.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Now, the crispness of the nacho, is that important to you?
I think depending on the ingredients, sure. If it's overly soggy, that's not a nacho, right? That's like
That's like a soggy casserole.
That's a nacho casserole.
That's a
That's
nacho
where I was
no.
going. A nacho casserole.
A nacho no.
So yeah, I mean, but look, hey, if you have the right amount of ingredients on a set of nachos or a plate of nachos, I don't know if set is the right way to describe a group of nachos, a gaggle of nachos,
a rep of nachos,
a murder of nachos, a murder of churros.
Yes.
So I think, but look, they're not going to stay perfectly crisp forever. If
of course.
If
there's
you
a half-life.
you have to accept responsibility.
Yep.
There's a legitimate half-life to nacho crispiness.
Did you go into this thinking there was like a nacho type that you were interested in?
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of sour cream, and I'm a big fan of jalapenos, and I like onions. So every now and then you get some nachos where there's some onion on it, and it adds a good flavor. But you don't need that. It's rare. If there's the right amount of sour cream and if there are jalapenos on it, that's off to a good start. So
what about like the sprinkle, like the whole cheese melted versus the queso cheese thing? Do you have any preference in that regard?
I like my nachos to come prepared. I don't want multi-part nachos, so I'll happily do so. But I prefer to come.
So whether it's melted cheese or queso cheese, you want it on top.
I want it on top. So, but yeah. So okay. So I see what you're saying. But you said queso. What the listeners can't see were your hand actions, and you made like a little. I don't know what you call that. Like here's a cup on the table type move.
Yeah, I talk with my hands. Maybe we need
like a separate thing of queso.
Maybe need a video cast.
I think we already established.
Queso cheese is the superior cheese on a nacho, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. So I think I have a thorough understanding of what Joe's looking in when he starts this.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference? Like if your nachos do contain a protein, chicken, ground beef, chorizo.
That's a really good question.
Do you have a preference as far as that's concerned?
Oh, absolutely. It's got to be ground beef.
Beef.
I don't want my nachos to be fancy. I want them to be nachos, and I think a ground beef taco meat type of, like non-authentic taco meat type of thing. Is what I'm looking for.
You ever had brisket on your nachos?
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I know I have. I've also had pulled pork on my nachos.
Chorizo is definitely a great addition to nachos as well.
We might be on the cusp of renaissance. We might see a day when nachos are like pizza, right? You just have so much different stuff you garnish them with. But for now, you're blazing a trail for us, right? You're really taking this in a serious direction. Okay. So tell us about your findings.
Okay, so do you want me to go right for it and start with the winner and work
No.
backwards?
No.
To work up to it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with the runners up.
Build the crescendo.
I will admit to my one mistake.
Oh.
And I will also I'll discuss what surprised me, and then I'll get into the winner.
Okay.
Okay, so the mistake, the one I missed that I didn't think of, which I think makes sense that I didn't think of it, was Del Huerto, which is I love Del Huertos, but it's authentic.
And nachos,
I did not think they were going to have nachos there. I find out late last night, after a council meeting, that Del Huertos has great nachos. So I did not try those.
Did you just translate Del Huerto?
I did.
Make it more accessible.
I mean, when I type it into Google, it translates it every single time. Every time I'm trying to like find a menu.
The orchard.
So that's like the asterisk. You're self-imposing an asterisk on your rankings.
That's the asterisk. Yeah. So like really, the final results are to be determined. But I think we're safe. I think we're good. I think I got a winner.
You're impressed enough.
I'm impressed enough.
Okay.
Look, if Del Huertos unseats the winner, I think that's worthy of another podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it again. This will be a regular feature.
We're mostly just a
They
nacho.
are very good. I will say that.
All right, hold it. Let's.
Wait, Sherri, we need to have. You've had so many nachos too. I didn't know you were ready for this.
Freaking love nachos,
Well,
man.
I'm prepared to
I like
defend my
nachos, too.
choice.
Okay. So let's start off with the honorable mentions. Nachos that you think are worth your time but didn't win number one.
So I will say every order of nachos I got, honorable mention. Like Westminster has great
Westminster,
nachos.
everybody.
All right.
Westminster has great nachos.
Carroll Worldwide.
So a couple the one that surprised me the most.
Ooh.
And if anybody's watching this or listening to this podcast,
Hope they're not watching.
Yeah, hope you're not watching this.
4 of us are watching.
Yeah, 4 of us are watching. Well, the entire audience, most likely, is so. If you are on the Westminster Online community, then you definitely know a gentleman named Doug Weatherholtz, and Doug Weatherholtz is somewhat of a self-proclaimed food expert, and I don't think he's wrong. And every now and then he will mention that Buffalo Wild Wings has X that's good. And And I went there one night late after a council meeting, because when we had really late council meetings, typically there's only a couple of chains that are open, that Applebee's, and I'll go over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I ordered the nachos. And the nachos came out on like a giant tray, like they were the size of a tray you get in a cafeteria.
Okay.
So quantity, easily the biggest order of nachos,
And visually impressive too.
Very visually impressive. So some people may have seen the photo I posted, and I mean it was totally surprising. It was the biggest surprise, and they were delicious. The only thing, and this is a personal preference, is that the jalapenos are raw, and I used to be a little bit tougher with that sort of thing, but I've found that I can only eat so many raw jalapenos now.
Get the acid reflux.
I end up drinking like 8 sodas, and I fill up, and I only finish a third of the nachos. Though, that actual.
So Buffalo Wild Wings was a strong contender.
Strong contender, definitely up there. Like not they weren't canceled out because they're one of the big chains.
Right.
They had very good nachos.
So the mayor's being fair and judicious.
Yep.
And they're in city limits, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're a chain.
Who's next?
So,
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Look, this is the mayor's, okay?
Yeah.
okay.
So
When you're the mayor, you can. Maggie's?
Maggie's had great nachos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maggie's had great nachos. Again, quantity was solid, and not just quantity of nachos, but quantity of toppings. Maggie's had a load of toppings on there, and they were good. And it was the kind of cheese I was looking for. It was a very very good nacho. It was a hungry man's nacho.
Okay.
So it was a hearty nacho.
It was a hearty nacho. You could make a meal out of their nachos. It was
Okay.
very good. It was very good. But and those are like the two like honorable mentions, like the big ones. I think they were the closest. The best nachos. Are we going to build this up at all? Like, I don't want to blow this, guys. This is my first podcast.
Go for it.
We've only spent 12 and a half minutes getting to the technique and all that stuff. So I think people are ready.
All right,
Yeah.
we're ready. It's Raphael's. Raphael's Stadium
Raphael?
nachos were the best nachos.
They're stadium nachos.
Stadium nachos. Stadium
So
nachos.
delicious.
So delicious. And look, hey, I'm going to be honest. I had those today for the first time in a long time, and I'm glad I did. Because,
Brought it back.
because they won. They took it.
All right. Congratulations, Raphael's.
Yeah. I just think that this podcast is about passionate people, and we've got a passionate nacho lover.
I'm just going to go on the record right now and say that I actually made this call about 4 weeks ago that Raphael's had the best nachos in town on this podcast. Do you know who has amazing nachos?
I saw Buffalo Wild Wings was big in that list.
Raphael's has great
You're right,
nachos.
they do.
Because they use their homemade chips.
They call them state. Yes, they are, and it's a white queso dip and all these jalapenos. It's amazing.
You did.
You did.
I'll have to find that.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever doubted you. You just hadn't.
Just wanted a second opinion from an authority figure. I understand.
You just hadn't made it your life goal yet to try the nachos. But
I'm a foodie.
you're foodie.
You know that about me.
Yeah, I know.
She's way more qualified to choose the best nachos than I am.
That's
to the record.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But for some reason, they voted for you for mayor, not her.
I like the validation, mainly because I didn't run.
Oh.
And nobody would vote for me for mayor is also the follow-up to that.
Do you even live in city limits?
No, I do not.
So we can have a carpetbagger problem too.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, I really appreciate the level of detail. We're going to have you hang around the rest of the podcast so that if there's any Westminster mayoral questions, we'll bring it up your way. If you want to just keep eating your nachos to provide some ambiance,
I would like that.
yeah, you could go for it.
I would really like.
I mean, you're talking about the crunch. They're sitting right there.
I would like to
Well,
hear the crunch.
yeah.
In the
I don't
background.
want you guys to fall asleep to the pitter-patter of rain of me eating my nachos.
Rain.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's just gonna
White
be...
noise in the
Oh,
background.
I see.
Yeah.
The crunch of the nachos.
Yes.
All right, so that was our special segment, Nacho Mayor. I'm sure that name is going to get a lot of play because I just imagine so many segments having to do with nachos and the mayor.
Nacho
Right.
Mayor.
It's just going to really be a reoccurring one. So now we're on to the regular stuff,
Yeah.
right? So let's just stick with the food thing, right? Because we're really in a food groove right
Yeah, we have
here.
some bad news, some very sad news to report, don't we?
We do?
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
What do you got circled there?
About pizza?
Yeah. Very dark. Dark
I think
news.
Joe and I have a different opinion than you. So
What?
there is a poll about whether or not pineapple on your pizza is okay.
Yes. There was a poll, and the pineapple won.
Well, there was pineapple, no, or take it or leave it.
Right.
I took take it or leave it.
Okay. Well,
Same.
is that what you voted for?
Take it or leave it.
All right. Well, it's awesome. The yes group won.
Well, that's because look, the yeses were less than the no plus take it or leave it.
I don't know if Thanos' snap or this were more shocking and depressing.
I love pineapple on pizza.
I think there's sometimes when Hawaiian pizza is just good. It's like, okay, this isn't my normal thing. What's wrong with that?
Savory and sweet are fantastic together. Is it too close to a vegetable for you, Randy?
Oh, it's
Is that
definitely
the
too
problem?
close to a vegetable. Fruit
That's
and
the
cheese
problem.
together?
Yeah. Look, he can't even put pear on a sandwich. He can't put pineapple on a pizza. I don't know why we're shocked
I am
by this.
consistent.
You are-
Yes.
People
you
have
are
been
consistently-
pairing cheese and fruit for
Well,
centuries,
yes.
if not millennium.
The-
Beautiful
Not his
thing.
people.
Millennia. Yeah, and
Technically, a tomato is a fruit, right?
tomato
Yes.
is a fruit.
All right. That's
So-
enough.
The tomato and the cheese are enough.
I
That's
mean,
plenty.
Culinarily, it's not a fruit, but as a botanically, it is.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
At
think
the orchard.
I just think that anyone can put whatever they want on
Yeah,
their
look
pizza.
at
Tomato orchard.
The tomato huerto.
Tomato del Huerto.
Yes.
I just love how passionate you are about hating pineapples.
Yeah, I'm passionate.
Was
My
what-
passion is primarily fueled by hate and vice versa.
Oh,
That's tough on your wife.
that is really tough on your wife.
What do you call her?
The Mrs. I don't know what else.
The long-suffering.
Oh, the
The
long-suffering
long-suffering
Mrs.
Mrs.
Goldstein.
Goldstein,
That's
yes.
true. Yes, yeah. Tough news from that
was in
front.
stereo. Happy
Okay.
Mother's Day.
So more food news. According to WOC, we have a DoorDasher.
Yeah, DoorDash is now alive.
Do you know what
In,
DoorDash is?
What
Yeah.
are you guys talking about? What is that?
DoorDash.
You're apparently you're in it. Like DoorDash is like this third party, it's the Uber of food delivery.
I'm in that?
Yeah,
Really?
I think third parties get
Well,
paid.
not you personally. We're not cannibalizing you, but
No, I'm assuming he's talking about.
I think
the
how it works
cafe.
is like you can be a DoorDasher where you will take the order and make the order, pick it up, and deliver it to somebody. Is that right?
Oh.
Is that how it works?
I'm
That's
not.
it.
I haven't
Okay.
used the app, but yeah,
for,
it's
for
a,
businesses that don't have delivery services already.
right.
Right, exactly. So you're
Well, good
listed
for
on
them.
it. Here's the beautiful thing: you're on it. So is Chick-fil-A. You can DoorDash Chick-fil-A if I
God
wanted to.
damn it.
I could DoorDash.
Oh no! Don't
Chick-fil-A.
Don't.
You ready? I could
Don't say
DoorDash
this.
Chick-fil-A
No.
Stop it.
2 birdies
Don't even.
if I wanted to. So keep talking
You know
about
what?
your
Yeah.
fruit pizza.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead and see what happens when that happens there,
Oh,
Goldstein.
war will
Okay.
will happen.
All right.
He's gonna use like 6 proxies and double authenticate fake identities to.
Double blind. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
She'll never know it was
But
me.
yeah, the person, the DoorDasher, the person who's running the DoorDashes is being very diligent about posting his availability.
Well,
So
there's
good
2
luck.
of them. There's a male and a female, and I think they're going to start arguing because they're going to be fighting over their turf.
Oh.
Could be a turf war.
Well, I don't know. Hats off to
Well,
them.
how
Good luck
exciting.
in the app driving delivery game.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh, she's taking notes. She's serious about this. All right. Well, sorry, I didn't make it to the 20-minute mark, but I think we are mainly done. Oh, wait, never mind. I made myself the news story about something. I took a page out of the Randy Goldstein playbook, and I posted a link to Westminster Online Community about the boneless, skinless peeps.
Right.
In the context of the Peep Show.
Yes.
So I learned, made myself the story, got those 35 likes. You know, it
Did
really
you feel
buoyed
good
me.
about yourself after you made yourself the story?
I mean, I don't feel alive anymore. It's either
Did you ride the high?
You're dead inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's tough being me and thriving only on 3 feedback from Westminster Online Community and my award in Baltimore City comedy.
Here's the difference. Your post did not get deleted.
No, not yet.
But it's past the threshold. Mine, I think 11 hours was the longest one of mine ever went.
The original bad boy.
That's right. Me and my leather jacket, my cigarettes,
Um,
rolling up on the Westminster Online Community.
so we're talking about things that are not quite yet food. Randy, you found there's a fishing rodeo going at Westminster Community Pond, right?
Yes, and that's all I know. I think
How-
it's Sunday.
Do you ride fish? I don't think that works.
It's
Is it-
like, I think this wins the Golden Tractor Crank because this is the most
It
Carroll
sounds
County
cool.
thing. Yeah. Did you sanction this, Mayor?
No, I believe this is a county
Fish.
That pond is a county owned park, even though it's.
What about the library?
county owned.
What are you doing about the library?
Oh my God.
So the library is that's a combination effort. So the county the library is obviously with the county.
They're a county
Property is the
organization.
county.
It's a county property, right?
And they have an armed guard in there whenever they're open. So they have an officer in there at all times.
Is he an off-duty police officer too?
Is that a new thing?
I don't know exactly what it is.
No.
Because it's an armed guard. So
Yeah,
they're,
sure.
They're someone that they work for the county, so they're not off duty. But look, it's within our municipality, so the goings on around the library is our responsibility if it's illegal. So a lot of the complaints we get for things that are going at the library are not illegal activity.
Right.
So
Community effort.
There you go.
Unless you want to give up some fucking field in North Carroll County, what are you going to do about
I
it?
thought it was goddamn field. Wasn't that it was the old
The turf
grandpa?
field, yeah.
Goddamn turf field.
Yep.
What are you going to give up? You give up North Carroll artificial field that's so goddamn important to people? Anyway, there we go. Clean it up straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
The mayor's gavel.
Yep.
So, let's see. We're talking about crimes, that kind of stuff. We had a firearms crime that you really liked. I didn't really understand. What did you love about this story?
I thought it was just a
The
candidate.
sentencing.
Yeah, it was. I don't really understand it. The guy was trying to commit firearm fraud. Oh, and somebody turned him in for it, and he set that person's car on fire.
Oh.
That's what I liked about it.
I love going over the top like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a firearms crime and not arson?
well,
It was both.
Now it's both.
He was
Now it's
turned-
both. Now it's firearms and firearms.
really stretched on that one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was.
I'm the king of stretch.
I don't think, yeah. Well,
So if this was a video podcast, you could have a fairly gnarly visual for that.
you have like,
Could,
you
yeah.
have like
And
flames in the background.
There's the reason to video your podcast.
Well, it would
Firearms.
and to, yeah, and to see my bright orange shirt.
And then he got fired from his job, so he was fired because of his arms.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Christ.
Oh no. So speaking about unauthorized,
Joe just resigned.
Speaking about unauthorized discharge, we had a Westminster online community person complain about super soakers on the Westminster playground.
Yeah, and I discussed that with you, and you made a good point.
We discussed it in person or virtually, not for our audience.
Right.
So there's a woman saying there was kids on the playground using super soakers
And squirting other parents.
and squirting parents that were not their parents and that were not interested in
Right.
being
Which is
hosed down.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of like if it's your kid, like you should parent them.
Yes.
I think they were unsupervised, was what she was saying.
Right, so she was mad at the parents.
Yes.
What would you do in that situation? I mean, I would definitely consider yelling at the kid, but if the kids didn't shape up, I'm like, if they're like causing a ruckus at the playground, I mean, you can't beat them anymore. I can't just go beat a random child, right?
That's when you go to your car and you get your super soaker.
Yeah, but what if you don't
And
have
you
a
come
super
back.
soaker? Don't they have that big
Who doesn't
spider web
have a
thing?
super soaker in their car?
There's that big spider
I have
web
a street
thing there.
sweeper.
Couldn't you wrap the kid up in that spider web thing and like sort of keep him there?
Yeah.
That would be
Is that
considered
illegal?
abuse.
I
feel
Yeah,
like
that-
probably.
Yeah.
That would be touching a child.
He's not a lawyer. He's a mayor.
Everything being discussed here is illegal. However, I believe the children that you're discussing are referred to as young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
Wow.
when you get if a child squirts you with a super soaker on a playground, I believe the correct response is to call them a young whippersnapper.
That'll stop him, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like a move that like people might make, but it's a real wiener move. You like call the cops, right? You're like,
That's such a dick move.
that's a wiener. I said it's a wiener move.
No,
can-
it's a dick move.
Take away their jewel.
Okay, if I'm not talking about oops, I got squirted, knock it off, sorry, right? Not that. But what if they're like grandmas with the kids and you're like a third party watching this other grandma get super soaked and they're not stopping? What do? You automatically lose anytime you interfere with other people's children. You're immediately like the monster.
You get your kid and
I
you-
don't
I
think
guess
that's
you leave.
necessarily true. I don't think you're automatically a monster if you intervene on
Really?
behalf. No,
I think that if there's
I
ever
would
an
want
escalation,
someone to do that to my kid. If my kid was on the playground being a jerk, I would want somebody to. If I was
Not
you're
if
not-
you're smoking CBD and getting high or whatever.
yeah, but you're not a bad person.
well,
How many?
Thank you.
Yeah, but like that's the thing is like conservatively 50% of people are bad people,
really? Do you think so? 50%?
at least,
At City Park?
and in general. Yeah, I mean, look,
Can we
He's
can we just
very cynical, Dennis.
have you not picked up on my native citizen? Is this a new thing? I just think it's like the lady So Randy came out, was like initial. What you tell me what your initial reaction to this story was?
Well, because I skimmed it, I didn't really read it. It was just another Westminster Hates Kids thing. But then you analyzed it and were like, well, no, she's got a good point. And I thought, well, this is not a story.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I'm blowing up. So anyway,
It's somebody who hates kids calling it.
Yeah.
we got a lot of those. So I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't think it's a good look to like squirt random parents on the playground and be told not to and keep going. It also depends if it's like a 7-year-old or like a 17-year-old, right?
That's really funny if it's a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're still a kid, technically.
By the law, they are, yes.
Yeah, it's a lot different though, because that person's just like there to cause trouble. A 7-year-old's just sort of like doesn't get that like the playground's not all people playing.
Are there surveillance cameras at the playground?
Dear God.
No. There will be.
Good. Okay. If
Oh,
There will be because you know it's a place that's
you heard it here first.
it's uninhabited at night. There's no one there. Things occur. There's going to be and look, it's city property, so it's just like anybody else's property.
and technically it closes at dusk.
Yeah, and look, early on in me being mayor, there was a incident of vandalism, and it was a very expensive fix to fix the zip line. I actually had to go to court as the witness, as the mayor of the city,
Ooh.
and testify, or speak on behalf of the city for it. So it was. I mean, the playground that we have there has been on lists of like top 10 playgrounds in Maryland.
It's great.
It's a great playground. So at the end of the year, with our budget, we only have so much money left over to do cool things with. So when we do something like build a playground that makes a list like that, we got to protect it.
Take that, Dutterer Park.
But I do want to go back to your earlier point about
Yeah.
17-year-old on the playground. If you can drive to the playground yourself, you should probably.
That's the thing. Is so when you said don't call the cops, if it was like a person who was like essentially just being like a hooligan and like normal intervention wouldn't work, I wouldn't hesitate to call the cops then, because then they're like intimidating other playground goers if my actions aren't enough to deter them, right? Don't you think that context is a lot different than a 7-year-old?
Yes, I agree that the context is much different,
Yeah.
but I still don't think I would immediately call the cops
No, I
on
didn't. No.
a teen. I'm one of the few people in the world who actually likes teenagers.
No, I wouldn't immediately call the cops, but certainly you don't want to like have like a bunch of roving teenagers drive off the parents of actual people the playground are meant for.
No, no, of course not. But I think also that there's room for reason but if that doesn't work, then yeah, okay.
So Westminster doesn't hate kids, or does it? Because there was a story in that. Did you see this one about the Littlestown incident where there was like a woman that saw a kid alone in a car that was crying in Littlestown, and she waited to make sure their parent got back to them? Did you see this? I put it on.
No, yeah, and then
No.
got deleted immediately.
Oh, that's the one that got deleted.
Yeah, because the natural life cycle of the online
Yes,
community
exactly.
is
The pitchforks came out.
the pitchforks came out not for the parent abandoning their toddler in the car, which one might think
For the toddler? For crying and being all loud and
you would-
obnoxious?
that would be the second most likely thing. No,
Okay.
it was for the person posting about it because she wasn't aggressive enough calling the police.
It goes back to that whole no good deed goes unpunished thing. You know, that what that guy on Green Street was like, hey, be on the lookout for somebody stealing your packages, and he got attacked.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think she even may have said something along the lines as like, well, I did do something, but like at the same time, was I supposed to call the police and roll on out? Like in case this kid did need help? Like they weren't going to show up immediately. Maybe they need.
Oh, so you know what? Maybe she deleted the post if she was getting attacked.
I think she probably did. I don't know. But
Yo, you can try to run, but you can't hide from Carroll Worldwide.
we pretend to like kids if we can make it so we can skewer somebody else. 'Cause
Okay,
we'd still
we
hate-
leverage kids.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe let's change that. We don't hate kids. We leverage children.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that better.
I don't like that at all.
We don't. We in this room.
Well, okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. If we can call the cops on them for super soaking, we do it. All right. So finally, before we get to our much ballyhooed top 10 list,
Much
Sherri,
ballyhooed. Yeah.
there was a little romance online. Do you want to tell me about that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Can you workshop this guy's approach? after?
I maybe I will. This man,
He is a man.
he made a post on Sykesville online community, and I want to give my sincere advice to the woman who is the intended on this. Don't ever contact or date this man, because If he can't get it right in this message that I'm about to read, then he's not ever going to get it right. So this is his message. I'm going to read this verbatim. Hi. Hi. Hope she's out there. But if keep talking, just need emerging to keep it going, and she might see. So, I helped out a beautiful woman, but I was lost in my thoughts of the day.
Okay.
I don't think that's the only thing he was lost in. I wish I had got her hashtag. I guess he meant number, because hashtags used to be number.
Oh, yeah.
Pound signs.
No,
So-
I really want to know your Twitter hashtag.
So I
Where are you trending?
am asking the girl at Royal Farm, is the store I paid for your things I helped because I nice.
Oh.
But
What?
keep wishing I got her hashtag. If you out there, I like to see. Thanks.
That is a haiku.
It was kind of a haiku, or he's a Neanderthal,
Or he's foreign.
I was gonna say the Russian bots programming is really degraded. This is what
Really?
the election they're spinning their wheels now, putting out.
My
gibberish.
sincere advice, though, via Dear Sherri, is don't contact him. Girl.
No,
Don't contact him.
Let me give you a caveat. If you have any doubt about contacting him, you should, because you're probably equally undateable.
Well,
If that's gonna win you over,
that's true. That's true.
maybe he was like.
Women are wooed and seduced by words, right? Well, so wouldn't this be the opposite?
I mean, this is the modern version of say anything with the boombox, right?
Like, but literally anything. Say literally anything, any
Here's
way
what-
you want.
If everyone not watching,
Right.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's holding his hands over his head like he's holding a boombox.
Do you think that was talk to text? Or do you think he
Oh,
typed that out?
I think it was either on a phone or talk
Well,
to text.
that's even more disconcerting then,
Yeah.
I think.
You couldn't get behind an old keyboard and do it. Go on to our public library.
I
which
think
has internet
I think
access.
he's foreign. He's from another country.
I don't know.
I hope you're right.
Reach for the stars, man. But I guess Sherri says you need to
No.
workshop a little
Girl,
better.
don't do it. Mm-mm.
Which, by the way, Joe, are you going to make Westminster a sanctuary city?
So here's the political answer. The mayor does not have the power to do so in the city of Westminster. It would be the Common Council.
He was actually asked that one
Yeah,
time.
I was actually asked that by a gentleman online.
How about are you sending troops to Yemen or anything?
Well, when I was originally asked that question, it was Syria.
It was the Syrian refugees.
And I had to inform that person we had no military, we had no missiles, we had
Wait,
nothing.
we
And
do
my
have a
stance
military.
Well, okay.
The municipal band is our military.
We
'cause
have DTF.
we have DTF and the municipal band who carry swords and
Carroll
gu-
Drug
and-
Task Force, not
and
Westminster.
rifles. They're our first line of defense against Manchester if they attack, right?
All right, so our color guard is
Color guard?
saying, basically, right? Well, like in the band, like you're talking about the rifles, right? The
Yes.
rifles are
Okay.
I don't. This is your ball. Run with
That's
it,
it.
Randy.
I just
Okay.
thought it was funny that somebody really was serious when they asked him that.
no. They asked me where I stood on Syria, and I told them that
That Westminster,
serious about Syria.
yeah, Syria's.
All right. So finally, as I said, much ballyhooed. Wait, we had a
Wait,
reason.
no, before I read my top 10 list, let's let Randy talk about some of the great ideas he got for Mother's Day gifts from the Carroll County Times recently.
I was gonna go there.
The
Don't
Carroll
worry.
County Times. Should I go?
Yeah.
Just now.
Make a nice little
So the Carroll County
list.
Times had a top 10 list about Mother's Day gifts, right?
Yeah, what you can do for your mom for Mother's Day. What were some of your favorites, Randy?
I'm not a mother, so I don't know if I can weigh in.
One of my favorites was a KitchenAid mixer. Because women love getting kitchen appliances on their birthdays,
How do
Mother's Day,
they-
Christmas.
everyone loves a KitchenAid mixer. No one
Really?
uses it, but it looks great on a countertop.
Yeah. Wait. Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Can that help them make sandwiches?
No,
Oh.
unless they're making like an egg salad or something.
There it
Okay.
is. That would be the worst egg salad, I think.
An Origins bestseller skin kit.
Is
So
that like for Buffalo Bill? What does that
Happy
mean?
Mother's Day, you're ugly.
A skin kit? What does that mean? Are you sewing together skin?
this is
Making a lamp.
this is a good one. A Q&A, QA a day 5-year journal.
Oh,
5
geez.
years. So Happy Mother's Day. Here's some work for you.
How about you just give them the internet?
Here's one that's really insulting. The Roku Ultra Express.
Oh my,
The-
what
it's
does
a
that do?
stripped down version of a Roku, which I don't even know how it's stripped. I think it's just stripped down that you don't have multiple users. I think you can only just watch Netflix and
So it's a
Hulu
streaming
and all that.
device.
Maybe it
It's a
doesn't come with
streaming
Angry
device.
Birds like my Roku came with.
Angry Birds, remember?
It came with my last
Sounds phenomenal.
Roku.
And an Apple Watch, which go for what? For $300-400.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, you gonna put a price on being a mother?
$434 to be exact.
You can put a price on being a mother, Randy?
Well, you know,
come on.
Flowers was on this list also, and they're what, $18 at Safeway?
Well, okay. They're catering to all the peoples. Okay.
All right.
That's it. So,
For Mother's Day, I'm bringing my mother to the Flower and Jazz Festival in Westminster.
oh, that's a
But
great
that's on
idea.
Saturday.
I got her a card that I had to order online because it's very special. It's when you
Does she listen to podcasts?
Well,
She
she's
might
not-
listen to yours.
She will happily listen to this, and she will leave comments. Like, see, once we go down that road, just know that Donna Dominic will be leaving comments all over your podcast. And what she'll
For
do
all
is
eternity, that's great.
She'll sign on once a month,
Donna,
and
that's
she'll
great.
comment on everything that you've ever posted in the last,
Ooh.
But so I got
Help
her
our social
I'm gonna take
media
her there,
metrics.
and I ordered her a card, and when she opens it, the late great rapper Tupac Shakur is going to sing "Dear Mama" to her, and it's
That
it's
is
very
such a
special.
thoughtful
It's a very
card.
special card for my mother.
Oh, there you
Mother's
go.
Day.
Oh my gosh.
Touching.
I
No,
would
wait.
love to get that
what's-
card.
Joe has a very interesting lineage. Does everybody know what's your mom's maiden name?
Earp.
Earp.
Oh, that's a Carroll County name.
Is she? So you are related to?
Okay, so Wyatt Earp's uncle James, not his brother James, portrayed in both Tombstone and the Kevin Costner movie Wyatt Earp. His uncle James moved to Ellicott City, where he settled, and he's I don't know how many greats, but he's some sort of grandfather to my mother, and I guess myself. But it's like 4 or 5 greats.
So you share bloodlines with Wyatt Earp.
That's
do.
really cool.
Interesting.
But Wyatt Earp was a jerk. So here's the thing: people think of him as a hero. Here's what you need to know about Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp is a hero because after he did all the things that he did, he went to Hollywood. He moved to California, and he was a consultant in Hollywood. So he wrote his own story. So most historians believe that the battles or the contention in portrayed in Tombstone was actually really just kind of 2 gangs, the Earps and then the ones portrayed as cowboys, over things like they both had casinos and things like that there. So it was probably two gangs fighting it out, and then one of the gang leaders just got to go write his own story.
Well, Doc Holliday's a really cool name, too. So you had, like, Doc Holliday in there on your side.
You had Doc Holliday on our side. That's right.
That's right. So, all right.
But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt the Mother's Day thing.
Oh, boy, Randy.
Does
sorry.
anybody else have anything else to add to
you
the Mother's Day?
You made Joe's family about yourself somehow.
Well, once I mentioned Tupac, he
Well, because if you must know, last year he had me rap to his mom.
Oh.
So he's downgrading to Tupac this year. It was too much.
there it is.
I was too much.
You're
was
too
my
much.
name.
You're too
To
much.
you.
You're too much, Shakur.
Yeah, too much Shakur.
Well, in the vein of all that, gents,
Okay.
I got some suggestions.
Much ballyhooed.
for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is on May 12th. So I've made a top 10 list of things that I'd personally like to have for Mother's Day, and I'm sure many other mothers out there would as well. So number 10, don't walk by that pile of dog poop one more time without picking it up.
That's what you give your mom.
That you want for a special gift? You want that?
This is my gift. Don't walk by that pile of dog poop one more time
Take a
without picking
different
it
way.
up. All right.
Well, that only applies to
no.
like your dog.
No, this is what I want. This is a
Oh, so you're-
message to my children.
Okay. So
Okay.
You're giving your children
I'm
cliff notes.
I'm giving them ideas. Yes. Well, I mean, and this is not just my children. This applies to all children. Okay. Number 9. Do not utter the words "Mom, where is whatever" the entire day. Don't want to hear that. Not once on Mother's Day.
That's impossible.
She
You're gonna
shouldn't
tell
have
me.
hit it.
You're gonna
This
tell me
is-
the Earth is round next.
Yes.
She shouldn't have hit it.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 8.
Uh-huh.
Don't make me come back there.
Oh yeah.
That's number 8. Number 7, put the damn dishes in the dishwasher. I mean, literally, the sink is 24 inches away from the dishwasher. Just please put them in the dishwasher. One day. That's all I ask.
This is. I think. I gotta say. Was that number 7?
This is number 7. I'm about ready to read number 6.
We're shaping up for a disappointed Mother's Day for you. I think.
Well,
I don't know your children that
I've been
well.
a mother for a long time, so disappointment is part of the game. Number 6, don't get anyone pregnant.
Okay. Just on Mother's Day.
Number 5, can you at least try to be a little more like your brother?
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's very targeted.
Oh, no.
Number
Okay.
4, stop stealing my weed.
Well, sell it to them.
That would make me a drug dealer. Number 3, don't you dare ask me what's for dinner on Mother's Day. Just don't ask me what's for dinner.
What if it's at Birdie's?
Working on Mother's Day.
Okay.
Number 2, never forget, this could be my last Mother's Day.
Oh, man.
I had to
dark.
get a little bit of the Jewish Catholic guilt in there.
Oh, yeah.
Never
that's
forget.
A good one. Yeah,
Okay.
any of these days could be.
And the number 1 thing, top 10 gift for Mother's Day, tequila.
Bum, ba-da-ba. Okay.
All right.
It's
Just some suggestions.
Just a suggestion. So you have to let us know. Mother's Day's not this weekend. It's like 2 weekends
I've
from
given
now?
I've
3
given
weeks away.
people 2, at least 2 weeks to get it together.
Is it May 10th this year?
It's May 12th.
May 12th.
It's always the day after the Flower and Jazz Festival.
It's always near my daughter's birthday, so we always have like a cluster where it's like every freaking holiday. Okay. Well, I think this was a great episode. It's a little beefy, just like our mayor, 41 minutes long. So we got to figure out how we're going to edit this, Randy.
I think that was a compliment.
I'll take care of
You
it.
guys didn't throw any hard questions at me though. Not really. Like, I was expecting some.
Would you like some?
We're not really like a hard news show.
Joe, what are you going to do about guns?
He's going to allow
What
more
about-
of them.
What about
Work on
guns?
them. He's gonna work
Look
on
on.
What?
Look at
What
those.
about-
I don't know,
guns
any-
there.
whatever.
Guns. Gun show.
Here's the hardest question.
You feed guns. With
Sun's out,
carbs.
guns out.
With
You
carbs.
carb up.
You ready for
down.
the hardest question?
Yeah, go for it.
Joe, will you be at the gym tonight?
Yes, and I'm going to be doing some squats.
Wow.
And then after I do this, I'll see how I feel and if I'm going to do anything else. There you go.
There you go.
Spectacular.
All right.
And
That's all the
you're a
questions.
night gym guy, right? You're a late night gym guy, Joe?
I'm a whenever I can get into the gym guy. It often turns into a late gym guy. I'm not a morning gym guy. Now, I can do cardio in the morning if I'm doing cardio for some strange reason.
Yes, wow.
But I can't like wake up and the first thing that I do is go load a bunch of weight onto my spine. I need like a couple of hours of decompression time, a couple of meals
Eating,
in my
yeah.
system.
Get in
that
the
kind of thing.
mindset.
Yeah.
What's cardio Spanish for? Is that one of those Spanish words?
The Orchard.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Well, you do cardio all the time, so you joke about not doing cardio.
I mix it in
and then
here
you
and
do
there.
Cardio. You do way more cardio than I do. And
Yes.
but you act like it's some bad thing that you.
That's
hate,
because
but you
he's in
love
like
it.
the seniors gold club weightlifting class. He told us,
Or
right?
maybe it's not cardio. Maybe his weights are so light. I just thought. They
Oh,
were
that
cardio.
burn by the mayor.
burn. You guys got nothing on yoga.
I'm kidding, guys. Randy's really strong. I'm sorry, Randy.
It's really weird you guys are taking off your shirts right now, so I'm going to just end the podcast.
All right.
Well, no, legit fact. Randy lifts in heels.
That is a fact, yes.
What does that mean?
He wears heels when he lifts. That's a legit fact.
What is that for? Like, they're not the same kind of
No,
heels,
they're
I'm thinking.
they're like sometimes I wear squat shoes that have a little bit of a lift on them, so you
So,
can keep
like,
good
keeps
form.
your center of balance better and
They
stuff?
compensate for like a lack of ankle dorsiflexion. So basically, it allows you to get into a deeper squat or in a better position because most people have tight ankles.
So, Randy's got some tight ankles.
Dorsiflexion is Spanish for the orchard.
I'm Dennis Twig.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
I'm Sherri Hosfeld Joseph.
Mayor Dominic here.
See you later.